Guys, I wanted to dive in on this moment because I think, I'm 40 now. I turned 40 last year.
Yeah.
And I'm going to 41, and I can't do the things that I've always been able to do. All right, no.
Okay.
No. Actually,
when'd you determine this?
In my 30s. Actually, it was in my 30s. I was on the bed of my father-in-law's truck. I was working with him on. He had a contracting company, so I was painting houses for him, and I was in the bed of the truck, moving some paint, getting ready to do some stuff, and realized when I tried to jump out of the back of the truck that was too high for a man my size and age to jump. As I was falling to the ground, not like I didn't collapse on the ground, Lucius. As I was coming to my land, I realized that all the joints from my hips down to my toes were going to be
Was
in
it
pain.
the landing or was it halfway? You was like, ooh, you know what?
It was about halfway when I was like, this was a bad decision. And it was later on, to my credit, later on, I got stuck on my roof while I was destroying a piece of my house, and I went up to the roof and my ladder fell over. And I was standing on the roof and I was thinking to myself, I can make that jump.
Yeah.
And that's when I went, you remember that time you jumped off of the father-in-law's truck and realized you shouldn't do that? That's that moment. So everybody's had that moment. 877-881-1053, the truckwreck.com text line. Text in your moment where you realize, you know what, maybe I'm not as young as I used to be, and I shouldn't be doing something like that. And everybody on the show is going to have to share one of these moments. We've all had this moment where we realize, I can't do that anymore. I need to stop. So everybody's going to have to in just a few moments. But the reason I bring this up, look, we're watching Mike Trout. We're watching him against the Rangers. We'll talk with Eric Nadel coming up here at 5:20 today. We're seeing Mike Trout still being Mike Trout doing his things. At some point, though, he's going to turn into Albert Pujols. All right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all have seen Albert Pujols play baseball, but Albert Pujols looks like his feet actually have cleats driving into him. All right,
Yeah.
he walks with I'm scared to step kind of thing going on.
He's running heel first.
Yes. And in this clip,
with his thumbs up, bro.
yeah, he had his thumbs out as he was running too. All right, so he is.
The arm swing was good.
Okay, we have a clip, right? We have a clip of this, Lucius.
Okay, so not as it's happening, but as a replay happens.
Okay,
I'll let the broadcasters kind of explain what goes on.
All right.
Yeah, not quite sure what Pujols is thinking there. He just starts taking off. Woodruff steps off, throws to third, and doesn't get much easier than that.
At 42 years old,
not sure what he's thinking there.
Albert Pujols tried to steal third. He had the biggest lead. You know why he had the biggest lead? Because they said he's not going anywhere. No. They were like, that guy's not. He was already halfway to third base.
He had the gumption.
And when he took off, here are some of the comments from the tweets that popped up on Albert Pujols' attempt to run. My man's running in invisible quicksand is one of them. Bruh, I really thought this was an MLB The Show clip for a second. This needs the Three Stooges whoop, 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 dubbed over it because he looked like he was running so slow as he was going. He was out by, a good 15 feet, it looks like, on this run. The ball got to third base and he was still trying to run.
He kept going. He should have turned around at least, make it a pickle or something.
Yeah, exactly.
He just kept on going, man.
Yeah, he
the reaction time is off.
I'll tell you, the momentum, he couldn't stop. It was like trying to man overboard. We were trying to turn the ship around. It takes about 4 miles before they turn the ship around to come get you.
Yeah, he was a submarine trying to turn around there.
He was not good. It was funny because when the pitcher stepped off, he was so surprised he threw the ball high.
Yes,
and the third base like, whoa, what's about to happen here? I mean, so much was the element of surprise, right? It was just like, okay, I'm just gonna see if they're really paying attention to me over here. I think he just left. He left too early. If he'd have waited a little bit longer, I don't know. He might not have been able to wait a little bit longer.
I don't think there's any way that he would have made it.
There's no way of justifying him getting that base.
I don't know if that ball had been hit into the gap out in left field. If he would have been
able,
if he would, I would have said, "Hey, stop here because you can't. No, you can't make it." And I see what you're saying too, Broadus, because when I was in high school in baseball, I led the district in stolen bases.
Oh wow.
Because every catcher looked over at me. Yeah, every catcher looked at me and said, he's not running.
He's not running.
Look at that fat guy over there. There's no way he's trying. But I was deceptive. I got a good lead, and I would break at the right time, and I could slide very well. So that was rolling. Yeah, that was it. And also, I think some of the second basemen and shortstops were a little afraid that if I rolled through second base,
You're
I'd
gonna
break
take
their
an ankle?
legs.
Yeah, take an
So
ankle.
they were like, man, I don't want to get in the way of that guy right there. So that being said, Albert Pujols, probably too old to steal third base at this point in his career. And 877-881-1053, truckwreck.com text line. Text in that moment that you realize maybe I'm a little bit too old to try that. From the 903, when I was on the raft on the white water paddling like a damn fool, that's when I realized I'm too old for this mess.
It wasn't fun anymore. My man was out of gas.
Yeah, exactly. From the 469, the truck bed scenario is when I realized I was too fat. They were like, that's when I realized I was just too heavy for that moment. I watch my kids; they'll jump off anything. And my teenager, he's like, yeah, I'll jump off of that roof over there. I'm like,
they
okay.
can fall and bounce right back up. They're so resilient.
Oh man, I don't have ligaments anymore. I think there's no cushion left in the between the knees here. From the 760, I stood on my head to impress my son and needed a steroid injection in my neck. My son started to do handstand push-ups, and I've always wanted to be able to do this.
That neck was wearing him out. I'm sorry.
Had to go get a steroid injection.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You never forget that.
Yeah, my son's starting to do handstand push-ups though, and he's walking around the house, and he'll take his shirt off and walk around the house, and I feel like I have to establish the dominance of the house still.
Right.
So I'll just stand up every once in a while and just grab him by his shoulders and pick him up and just see what his reaction is. Usually he understands, I think. I don't know. We'll see. He hasn't disrespected me
So he
yet,
just drops down and does handstand push-ups in front of the family?
One day I heard the door.
Go ahead, baby. Do your thing.
I heard in his door.
It's like a party trick.
In his room, I heard this. And I was like, what is going on in there?
Okay.
And so I opened the door up, and he was like, yeah, I'm trying to learn how to do handstand push-ups. So he had his feet up against the door. It was just banging up against the door.
Okay.
But now he can do it like just in the middle of the room.
I
He'll
would
start doing
avoid
it.
something else was going on.
Yeah. No, he's about that age.
I was up against the door doing something like that, but I was blocking my mom from coming in. Come in here, Mom.
Every once in a while. That's why we knock. That's why we knock in the house, just to make sure that there's, I'm not going to knock it open. My grandma did that once, and that was not a good decision on her part. From the 940, I had my Pujols moment when I got a little winded after bending over to tie my shoes.
Boy.
That's not a good moment.
When you got to sit down, like, look, when the knot of your shoe is on the side and they're not in the middle, that's when you know, you're like, man, I got to do something about this.
It's going to take a little longer than I really wanted to. From the 682, I lifted some heavy equipment 3 months ago with my 73-year-old stepdad.
Whoa.
Overdid it to make it easy on him and threw my back out, and I'm sitting here listening to you guys right now.
Yeah, sorry about your back.
Man, yeah, I get that because you want to impress the stepfather or father-in-law. I can do this. Yeah, I got that. Yeah, I'll pick up whatever that heavy is.
Yeah.
In the 636, I'm on a sand volleyball team at work. Dove for a ball,
yeah.
and laid out to hit the ball, landed on my gut, cracked my back, made me realize 50 is real.
It is real.
You got 50 years old playing sand volleyball?
Yeah.
I'm very curious about this because Broadus,
I'm 58.
You're 58.
Right.
When was the last time you considered playing sand volleyball?
Oh, never.
No? Okay.
No. I mean, I play water volleyball and stuff like that because you kind of move around the pool. Sand volleyball, no, man.
Water aerobics in today.
No, I mean, like the last time I really did exactly, Lucius. The last time I did something, I was trying to run my last marathon by the time I was 45.
Okay.
That was it. I said, this is the last competitive thing I really, really want to do. And I got it done by a couple of days. But after that, I'll tell you when I really felt old. When you get in and out of fishing boats, and you have to step up, or I've been known to sit on the edge and roll, like sit on the dock and roll, and then get up instead of trying pop up. I mean, it's like my buddy's always like, "What the hell are you doing?" And I'm
just doing it safely.
I can't. I'm afraid I'm going to pull like a hamstring or something standing up. So I just sit on the edge, roll, and then try and get up from there. But being competitive and all that, no. I mean, I'll tell you what was bad when we were going through all those weather problems in the building. Lucius, you'll remember this. Because we were having to get up and down the stairs.
Oh, man.
We were having to walk from the ground, 11 flights of stairs. And I thought I was in pretty good shape, all the walking and stuff that I do. And all of a sudden, I got to 7. And I literally, my heart was it was pounding so hard.
no.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm going to die here in the damn stairwell.
And there's nobody's gonna see, yeah.
Nobody's going to even know. Nobody's even going to know.
No life alert. Yeah, there's no way.
I mean, I was thinking, oh, I can make it up these stairs. You know, huffing. 7th floor, I stopped and literally.
7's when I brought a
I
7
breathe.
for me too.
I
That's the
couldn't
same
breathe.
spot.
You know, I was just like, oh, and I was literally thinking, like, I'm gonna sit down here, I'm gonna die, and somebody's gonna find me. You know, maybe 2 weeks from now.
Laying next to that dead cricket in the corner over there.
Exactly,
Yeah, that's where they're all there. From the 631, broke my leg pain playing men's league softball after getting hit with a ground ball.
Ow.
Yeah, that's happened. Lucius, have you hit that point yet where you're like, no, I can't do that anymore? Or are you like, I'm still living it?
This morning.
Oh.
Putting on this shirt from LA Fitness from 2018 exposed the hell out of me. It's all on me. And I got another one though. This is real. When I do notice though, sitting down and getting up out of a chair.
Oh man.
Even when sitting down, I make a sound. Just to sit down. And when it's time to get up, it's
That's it right
Too
there.
much, man.
My son is always that's what he's always telling me. Dad, you make noises when every time you move. And I'm like, that's just what comes with being a dad. That's the territory that we get to deal with.
Yep.